Hello, this is Natalie Zangon with another audio of the day. I wanted to do an audio of the day today on what's the value of it. What is the value? So, one thing I wanted to speak about is the difference between man and woman and the values, their internal values, and what they're about, and the abilities that we have and we don't have. As we know that God, when He created Adam, the first man, He took earth, and from the earth, he created Adam. He blew into his nostril, and Adam was made from the earth of the ground, almost like a dough or play dough or bread dough. He shaped it and breathed into him, and he came into a living. So, as the essential essence of him was made from the earth. Then you have Chava, the woman, that was made from the side of the man. So, this being was even more complicated than the first being. The first being was made from the earth, and then there was another portion of him going inside and taking that out and created the other being named Chava, which her responsibility was to become the Ezer Kenegdo, a helpmate to him. And by eating from the tree of the knowledge, what did she? So he got cursed with having to earn livelihood with the sweat of his forehead. And what did she get cursed with? That she's always, for the rest of her life, is going to want to feel like she belongs. She's going to yearn for that sense of belonging. She's going to yearn for that sense of having someone be there for her, to support her for the rest of her life. She had the ability to be on her own, but because of eating from the apple, that's what happened to her. So let's understand this better. So what is this teaching us? What it's teaching us is that a man, the element of a man, is made from the earth. So their way of being and doing is very practical, very logical, very linear. They know that they go to work, come back, provide for the family. This is the structure of how they were given. So let's say when it comes to the earth, most of the time you take the apple seed, you plant it into the earth, you give it the right nutrient like the water, the sun, and then within the right setting, it gives you an apple tree. And then when the earth is contained in the right setting, it has a lot of potential. It has the possibility of bringing goodness out of it. But when you take the dirt or the earth out of nowhere and you walk in it and walk in the house, you walk in it, you touch it and then touch the floor, touch everything, touch the table, it becomes useless and it has no goodness to it. So the earth needs a place of being. The earth needs a vessel. The earth needs a place to create its best existence that it can. And that's what the Ezer Kenegdo is. The Ezer Kenegdo, the woman, is that vessel that surrounds the husband in and says, together we're going to build a home together. The man on the outside might look rough and tough and this and that, but their essence is fragility. A man will not show his fear. A man will not show his intimidation. A man will not show his insecurity. It's the afuch. It's the opposite. They seem like they got it all covered and stuff. But a woman with her chokhmah and her bina, that the ability of the understanding that she has, God, just like God told Abraham, listen to your wife Sarah. Just like Miriam told his father, you need to bring more kids into the world. Just like Rachel did what she did. Just like Rivka did what she did. The women have a special chokhmah and bina and da'at. They have bina yetera. They are able to look at the collective picture and make a right decision for what they need. Whereas the man looks into the details and figures out and doesn't move at all. Boom, the woman looks, scans, and can do. The woman, on the other hand, she's a lot more complex and complicated. She's one of the most complex beings that God has created. And she is what Judaism and Yiddishkeit comes from. She, in her essence of being a daughter of a Jewish woman, carries Judaism within her. She, the woman, the Eshet Chayil, if you go read the book about all her abilities, she wakes up early, she can do this. You could see like feminism is to, like, this book is the ideal of feminism is. It's all about glorifying the capability that she has to take care of the vineyard, to take care of the floor, take care of her household, take care of her children. This is the koach of a woman. The woman has so much gift that Hashem has given her. But don't forget, what was she cursed with? That sense of belonging. She always wants to know that her husband notices her. She always wants to know that her husband recognizes her. Her husband appreciates her. Her husband adores her. Her husband is going to watch over her. Her husband is going to protect her. Even she could become Golda Meir and this one and drive a jet and go to the space. But when she knows she has the blessing of her husband behind her, when she knows her husband is her partner on the side, whoa, the koach that she gets. That's what a woman yearns for, that sense of compassion, empathy, and belonging. And the man seeks what? To be in the right vessel, give the respect, and the sense of knowing their value. A man loves to know that you notice them, you value them, and you admire them. Like I told you, a man's, like, even men are like XY, whereas a woman is XS. So chromosome wise, they have their Y, we have the two X's. So the man on the outside seems rough and tough, but that rough and tough many times is a cover up of many other things that's going in their life. The fear, the anxiety, the frustration. Even they say, anger is it's like a cover-up feeling of fear. So when a man is scared, they share their rage, but really on the inside, it's an intimidation of something that happened throughout their day that comes out that way. But there is more to it. There's much more to it, but they just don't know how to verbalize it. They don't want to seem weak. They don't want to seem them incapable. So when a man feels like they're being compared, they feel like dirt. Useless dirt. But then when a woman takes him and creates that vessel and says, I know you can, you're capable, I really like how you do this, I really like how you do that, and the woman is able to see beyond that, she creates shalom and peace and harmony in her home. And when a husband is able to admire the goodness of his wife, the relationship just grows and becomes more and more beautiful, which is Bait Ne'eman Be'Yisrael, which is one of the most important things. So let's not get confused in just learning about the laws of building the Beit HaMikdash, while the Aron, the Kodesh Kodashim, the bedrooms of families of Jewish homes have many problems. The relationship between the husband and wife have many problems. Let's not forget to prioritize shalom, peace, ahava, love, and kavod, respect in the Jewish home, because that's what your children need to see more than anything else. This is Natalie Zangon at gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it helpful, make sure to forward it and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Natalie Zangon.